Hey, welcome to Backyard Grilling here on Nex-Tech Local 1, and we're outside. It's a beautiful day and the wind isn't actually blowing. So what we're gonna make today is chicken salad, and everybody has their own version of chicken salad, but this is kind of mine. So we're gonna do a smoked chicken salad. We're gonna take a whole chicken, we're gonna spatchcock it, put it on the Traeger and cook it, and that's the smoke part of it. So I know I've done a spatchcock episode for chicken before, but we're gonna go ahead and do it again. If I didn't do it, the show would only take about, like 10 minutes probably. So, all right, so I'm just getting some aluminum foil and putting it on my pan because we're dealing with chicken. That way I can throw this away when we're done. So I've got my chicken here, just one whole chicken. And you don't have to use a whole chicken if you wanted to. You went into the grocery store and you found like a rotisserie chicken already cooked, you're golden. You don't have to mess with it then. But it's still better to put it on the old grill and smoke it a little bit. So anyway, we're gonna get this done. If you wanted to, you could also just kind of do whatever was on sale. So, but we're gonna do a spatchcock chicken. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna kind of cut the backbone off of this, and then it'll smash down on the grill and it'll cook a lot quicker. So we're gonna kind of go ahead and blow through this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set it up so you've got the backbone here, and we're gonna take our cooking shears and we're just gonna cut this backbone off. Just like so, okay? And then we're gonna go over and we're gonna cut the other side off. Just like that. And we can throw that part away. I mean, like if you wanted to, I guess you can keep it for stock and all that, but don't want to. So anyway, so this is what we got. We kind of got a chicken with the backbone cut off. Then there's also a bone right here. So I'm gonna take my knife and I'm gonna break that bone so that way it'll lay flat. Okay, just like that. So that way, when we take this chicken, it's gonna lay nice and flat. Okay, so, and I will tell you that a nice pair of cooking scissors or shears or whatever are good to have in this situation, because a dull pair don't like to cut through there. So next, what I like to do here is I like to just kind of run my hand and pull that skin up. I don't want to take the skin off because that kind of helps when we cook it. But what I like to do is just kind of get my hand in there, and that way when we start to put our rub on this, we're actually going to put it inside there under the meat, and then we'll kind of cover it up with that skin. So if you wanted to, you could even kind of pull your legs out here like that, and then when we get ready, we'll cover them all back up. So and then we kind of pull this back. So we're kind of exposing all the meat that way, okay? So now then, I'm gonna rip one of these gloves off so I can use my container. What I'm gonna do is put a little bit of olive oil on there. It's wet enough, so I think the rub will stick to it, but I'm gonna go ahead and stick it on there. If you wanted, you could use butter or anything like that. So, and then I'm just gonna kind of pull this back, and I'm gonna apply this pretty liberal, so, because that way it'll kind of transfer over to our chicken salad when we make it. So, and the rub that I'm using it's called Yardbird rub, and it says created for chicken but great for pork. And I love to cook with pork and stuff, and I use it a lot on that. And I use it on the chicken. It's a little spicy, which I like. I think I was in a store the other day and I seen it, and I got some, and now every time I go back, I gotta get more because I really like it. Okay, so as you can see, we put that on there pretty heavy. We'll go ahead and tuck our legs back in there and cover this sucker back up a little bit. Put the skin back on her. Okay. And if you want, you could even put some on top here. I like so. But like I said, most of it we want inside there. Chicken seems to be like one of those proteins that you can put a lot of rub and stuff on. It doesn't affect it as much. So, all right, so we got her covered up. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just put it on the grill, and I wanna make sure I lay it nice and flat. We're gonna try and take our wings and tuck them in there a little bit. So, oh, I missed a spot there. There we go. Okay, all right. Okay, there we go. Now then, we're gonna let that go, and when we come back, I'm gonna take a break. When we come back, hopefully that'll be done, and we can kind of start combining our chicken salad. Really simple once you have the chicken, so we'll get that done and we'll go back from there. So don't go away, we'll see you in just a minute.
The team at Homestead Assisted Living is a proud supporter of the Hayes community. Located just west of the Sternberg Natural History Museum, Homestead is a warm and welcoming community where residents receive compassionate care from licensed professionals. If you're curious about senior living options for yourself or a loved one, make Homestead your first call. Our kind and courteous staff would love to show you around and answer any questions you may have. Call us today to schedule a tour of Homestead or visit us online at homesteadofhayes.com.
Hey, welcome back to Backyard Grilling here on Nex-Tech Local 1, and we are just about ready to take our chicken off the grill. If you remember right, we spatchcocked it, put all that yummy rub on there. I did check the temp on it. We're about 160, 165, so we're good to go there. So now the trick is to get it off the grill without it falling apart. We did it. Okay, so there's our chicken. Now, just so you know, this chicken, I like to put hard-boiled eggs in it. Cut them up. So what I did before and while I'm pulling my chicken apart is I put those hard-boiled eggs onto our grill, and they're getting a little smoked too. So see, we're trying to get as much flavor in there as possible. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and kind of pull this skin apart, pull it back from everything. We're not gonna put the skin in there if we wanted to. If you wanted kind of a crunchy element, you could put the skin back on the grill and cook just the skin. We're not gonna do that though. But as you can see, we got lots of good, you know, that just pulls apart, and we still got that rub on there, and we want to make sure we keep that rub on there. So I'll tell you what, we're going to take another break real quick. I'm going to pull this apart, and then after it's done pulled, we'll come back and we'll mix everything together. We'll fix our sandwich, so don't go away.
Trust Rogers & Associates Insurance to keep your peace of mind through all the seasons in life. Whether you're cozy at home, memory making with your family, on an outdoor adventure with the top down, floating on a boat, or in the middle of harvest, we can customize an insurance plan that's perfect for you. For all the seasons, we've got you covered. Call us or visit us online to learn more today.
Hey Nex-Tech customers, would you like a chance to win free service on your Nex-Tech bill? Well, here's your chance. On the first Sunday of every month, tune in to Nex-Tech Local 1 at 6 p.m. and play along with Nex-Tech Sunday Fun Day Bingo. If you miss an episode, don't worry about it. It'll replay every night at 6 p.m. Use your cards included with your Nex-Tech bill or print your own at nextech.com/bingo. Nex-Tech Sunday Fun Day Bingo is brought to you by these awesome sponsors.
Hey, welcome back to Backyard Grilling here on Nex-Tech Local 1, and we've got our chicken off and we got it pulled apart, and then I did kind of just a rough cut because we don't want any really big pieces. And you know what? I said we're just going to use the whole bird. So we just used all of it. So now that we've got that done, you know, if you wanted to, we could try it. You could add a little bit more of that seasoning to it if you wanted, but I think it's pretty good right there. So we're gonna go from there. So the next thing that we wanna do is I wanna add my hard-boiled eggs. They've been on the grill smoking a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna add about 4 of those. And I'm just going to chop them up. We're going to use all of it too. So we got our smoked hard-boiled eggs. I don't think you got to worry about them being too smoky because they weren't on there for a long time, and I can tell that it didn't get real deep. Okay, so there are our 4 hard-boiled eggs. There we go. You know what? I got a 5th. What am I going to do with that 1 hard-boiled egg that's not used? So hell with it. I'm just going to put it in there too. I like eggs in there, so. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so we got our eggs. We've got our chicken. Next thing up, we're going to put a little green onion in there. We're just going to use the tops. Give it just a little bit of color. And I'm going to get rid of the very ends. Okay, just like that. Next up, you can, okay, here's where it kind of separates. You know, sometimes when we do chicken salad, some people put celery in there. Some people put onions in there. I'm not about the, you know, a raw onion. I'm not a big celery fan. Some people use apples. Some people use grapes. I'm going to hang with the grapes, okay? So we are going to take some grapes, and that way you kind of have a little bit of sweet with your smoky. So we're going to take our grapes, and you don't want a whole grape. You don't want to bite into a whole grape. So we're going to kind of cut those apart. If I could keep them on my chopping board here. Okay, that's a little easier said than done. Okay, so start throwing grapes in there. Too bad you can't buy like sliced grapes, already kind of diced up. Maybe that'd be easier. Eat one while we're going. They're good. Okay. Getting. Oh, we need. You know, that was the bad thing about adding all that chicken and all the eggs. Then that means you just got to cut more grapes up. We got our grapes in there. Now we're ready for our walnuts. Now some people use any kind of nuts here. I've seen cashews, but I don't know. I kind of like the walnuts in there. So we're gonna add the walnuts. Get just a little more. You could cut these up, but I'm tired of cutting already. Okay. Now then, I'm going to do a little stir. Okay, so now then our last thing that we're going to add is our mayo. We're going to go for about a cup, give or take. And this is one of those things you're just going to have to kind of eyeball a little bit and get it the consistency that you want it. So, and we use Duke's mayonnaise. I order this get it from a friend in the South. I love this mayonnaise. I even put it in like my guacamole dip and stuff. It's really good. Kind of gives it a creamy flavor. But anyway, we're gonna use it for our chicken salad. You can already tell it's not enough. Oh, it's about enough. Okay, kind of making a mess here. We're gonna give this a try real quick to see if we got enough before we make our sandwich. I think we need a little more. And I better get this right because I'm running out of spoons. Okay, so I bet you we're probably at about a cup and a half of mayo, a cup and a half of Duke's. Okay, there we go. There's our chicken salad. Kind of a colorful little bit. So now then, we're just gonna go ahead and go for this. We're not gonna take a break. We're just gonna fix it, and I got a nice bun that we're gonna put it on. If you want lettuce, you can put lettuce on there. If you don't, I'm not going to. There we go. Our chicken salad sandwich. Let's give it a try. The best bite is when you get a piece of grape and stuff in there, because it's got that savoriness from the barbecue. And then you get that sweetness from the grape. So really good, a great summertime dish to try. This is something that we eat a lot at home during the summertime. So, hey, make sure you check out some of our other episodes on any of our social media sites, and make sure you join us again right here on Backyard Grilling.